Hi guys. I'm gonna let people log on. Hi guys. Hello. I know I kind of disappeared, and I know that it's an odd time. Nobody was expecting it. But I figured I'd come live in all of my beautiful glory and just talk a little bit. I've got something that I want to discuss. I went MIA for a reason. Hi guys. Hello Minerva. I love you, beautiful. Hi Cynthia. Hello, beautiful. Mackenzie. Hello, love. Hi guys. Thank you. Minerva, you already know what I'm going to talk about. Minerva. So, for those that don't know, Minerva is one of my friends that essentially became like my partner, and I realized that her and I have a very deep soul connection with each other, and there's a huge purpose for us to be in each other's lives. So, yeah, she is definitely one that is my rock when I am not a rock, and she kind of really helps snap me back to reality and ground me, and vice versa. So she's also a Capricorn. We're very, very, very similar, except for our age difference. Hi guys, thank you so much for all of you guys' concerns, and for those of you who reached out, I am totally fine. What I want to discuss today is depression, high functioning depression. I want to talk about all these different elements that contribute to depression. And then I want to reevaluate the way that everybody assesses and diagnoses themselves and tells these old paradigms, these old stories I didn't realize how horrible the lighting is. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, woo, that was really dark. But anyways, the old stories that we tell ourselves and how we are meant to break this cycle. Last night was the Aries new moon. So I actually didn't do anything for it, and sometimes that's exactly what you need to do, is absolutely nothing, because in Aries season a lot of us tend to leap. Okay, and now is not the time to leap. We are in a shadow period of Mercury retrograde, and that should require you to still be processing and releasing all that shadow work that we have just done within ourselves. If you guys had noticed the energy, I legit couldn't even take it anymore, because I knew that I was just gonna pop off, and I was being triggered left and right. And I'm not one to normally run from my triggers, but I am one to know my boundaries, and I just could not take it anymore. Facebook, everybody was ripping off their masks, and it became ugly, but we needed that. Everybody needed that. And now what we're going through, and Jupiter is about to go retrograde. Okay, and that's going to be retrograde for, I think it's like 6 months or something. I'm not sure. Not 6 months. It's going to be retrograde until August. And it's going retrograde, I believe, on the 19th of this month, okay? Jupiter represents good fortune. It represents a lot of legalities, things that have to do with court. So if you work with, if you have a lot of court issues going on, you guys, I would highly suggest to try and wrap it up within the next 2 weeks. But of course, if there's things that are beyond your control, they're beyond your control. And the point of this is to reevaluate and surrender. Okay, reevaluate and surrender. Reevaluate and surrender. And I mean that. Do not leap. Everybody's going to be so quick to leap and make these decisions. And like, I got to jump now. I have to make this decision now. And that's not what this energy wants you to do. They want you to reevaluate. They want you to, hello, beautiful. They want you to look at things from a higher perspective. You see, what happens with this brand new beginning, we get this rush of energy after feeling depleted, after feeling energetically, on a lower vibration. We went through this portal recently, and we received all of these upgrades in our chakras, and I kind of went MIA for all of it. And I know I didn't talk about it, and I do feel a little bit of guilt, but here I am now, and I am speaking about it now. I just needed time for myself, and I realized that there's nothing to be guilty about taking time for yourself. So that's just kind of the energies that are going on, and then we'll go back to the discussion of what I actually want to talk about, which is depression, okay? So just legalities, everything, let go, surrender, release, look at things from a higher perspective. In Aries season, we think that we have this new beginning, and we do. We absolutely do. But the things that we do today are going to impact the next 15 or 20 years of our life. So every decision that you make right now is very, very important. Very, very important that you think it through, that you're understanding the duality attached to the decisions that you make, the reactions that you give, the way that you perceive, the duality in the way that you perceive things. You guys, there's beautiful, beautiful things within a silver lining. And during this period where I went in and I had to really understand myself. And you know what I understood, you guys? I understood that I was running from my own self. I was afraid of my own self. I was afraid of my own gifts. I was afraid of all the pressure being put on my shoulders. So I really had to confront myself in that way. And when I mean afraid of myself, I mean afraid of the dark sides of me, the parts of me that were triggered by people's behavior. I was afraid of that because that's not who I am, or that's not who I wanted to be, and I kept telling myself, I don't like that person. I wouldn't even be friends with that person. And then that's when I realized I can't just not be friends with the shadow side of me. I can't just not accept it. I can't just hide it. That is a part of me. And through integration is how we receive this balance and this inner peace. And as I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you guys, I'm thinking, I'm listening to the birds chirp. There's a crow on my roof, representing that the spiritual realm is here with us right now. My neighbor is listening to the radio in his backyard, probably working on a project. I don't know, I can't see, but these are the things that I'm self-aware of. My self-awareness has broadened, and I'm able to pay attention to literally 40 things at the same time. I can have a smooth, direct sailing conversation, and for those of you that know, I suffer from ADD. At least that's what I tell myself. That's what doctors have told me. Those are just old stories. And you know what really was going on is I didn't know how to concentrate on everything around me. I didn't know how to balance out my self-awareness, okay? So that caused me to be depressed. At least that's what I told myself. That's what doctors told me even, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not telling you guys to, listen to everything that I have to say and replace it with medical advice, okay? Be more intelligent, use your intuition, your inner knowing, and connect with your higher self. Meditate if you feel lost, or if you feel confused, if you feel like this is calling to you and this is speaking to you, meditate on it. What I want to talk about, though, is the fact that we tell ourselves that we're depressed. So I've had a lot of fucking shitty things happen to me consecutively, month after month, week after week. 98% of which I don't share with people. Just like most people don't, right? It's social media, we only share. I just want to share the positive and enlightening things. I want to show you guys that it doesn't matter what I'm going through. I see the duality in it, and I see and I understand, and I'm at peace. Even if it's bad, I'm just this is life. This is life, and that's okay. And I'm here to accept that and understand that, and I love it, and I embrace it. And I surrender to it, because the more that I resist, the more negativity I'm inviting into my life. The more that I resist, the less space I create for God or your highest self or whatever you believe in. Creating space for that love in your life, creating space for that inner peace. You are completely blocking it out when you refuse to accept it, when you refuse to surrender to it. And that's what I noticed. I noticed that my brow chakra, and I have and yes, I do wear it around my neck. I know some people are like, oh, you can't wear it as jewelry. I don't really care, that's your belief. But I do have an obsidian crystal, so if there's any cops that ever pull me over and need to pat me down, I do have a weapon on me. Just kidding. But it's an obsidian crystal. It is a pendulum, and I am very, very connected with it. It's helped me during this time. I was drawn to it. Shout out to the beautiful shop owner that really helped me, and just inspired me. Absolutely inspired me. So we tell ourselves that we're depressed, right? We have all these shitty things happen. And we're like, God, my life fucking sucks. But does your life suck? Because you're not the only person that goes through all these shitty things. And you're choosing to sit with that shitty energy. And a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, but you haven't lost a loved one. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. But actually, I have. I lost my mother right before Thanksgiving. The other day, I lost my dog. I went instantly into like a panic, and I started crying, because that's so helpful. I started crying, and that's an old story that I tell myself. That's an old story I relate to. That's how I know how to handle those situations. I just cry and panic and freak the fuck out. But does that solve anything? No, it doesn't. So I realized that, and my higher self started talking to me and telling me, Carissa, you're panicking. You're not going to get anywhere this way. Okay, you need to calm down. Your dog's going to come home. And then I literally heard somebody say, she's a psychic. She can't find her dog. So I don't know what that was, or if that was just like my ego self talking. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's schizophrenic. So it's okay. I know if you guys don't agree with me and you think everything's funny, just please know that I'm not out to get you. I'm not on your page attacking you. So if you could just leave me be too, that's great. But anyways, I had went through all these different scenarios in my head, and I realized that wasn't helpful either. So what I did was, knowing my connection with my dog, I actually imagined myself as my dog and telepathically communicated with her and told her that I'm coming to get her. And the next morning, I could see that we were in a bush. I could see that there was a sidewalk, a white path nearby, but the bush was very dense. I couldn't tell where it was. There was no distinguishing signs if it was a house, a neighborhood, the canyon still, because we were in the middle of a canyon, things like that. But either way, we connected. I know that she felt me. She knew I was coming. And then that morning, I got a call. First thing in the morning, it wasn't even 8 o'clock yet, and I had received a call saying that she found my dog, and I was able to pick her up and bring her back home. Now, the only reason that happened that way was because I changed my perspective. I changed from that panic, fear-based mode, and I proceeded forward in a positive mindset of creating the change that I wanted to see. You can't just put something out to the universe and expect it to come to you. I can't just be positive. The universe is going to know I'm full of shit when I'm fake positive online and laying in bed all day. Does that make sense? So you have to actually do things, even in these negative situations, even in these situations where your immediate reaction is to panic, is to cry, is to be sad. So with all of these negative situations compiled, I started telling myself, as I withdrew from social media, that I was depressed, okay? And as I told myself that, more and more negativity came and consumed my mind. It was almost impossible to release myself. It felt like I had to fight, not really physically fight, but mentally and spiritually fight, to regain my balance and to prove to myself, the self that I was afraid of, to prove to that girl that I'm not afraid, that I'm okay with the silver lining and I'm okay with everything. I had to let myself know that I'm not depressed. I am expanding, and I need everybody to repeat that. I am not depressed. I am expanding. My awareness is expanding, and it made me vulnerable because I didn't know how to handle it. My intuition became stronger, and I didn't know what to believe was true anymore. My environment became chaotic because my soul was realigning itself to where it's supposed to be. Okay? And I get emotional talking about it because it's just beautiful. So don't be afraid of what this world can truly offer you and what they're trying to show you and what they're trying to give you. Don't be afraid to stop telling yourself that you're depressed, because you're not depressed. You just had a bad day. You had another shitty thing happen to you, just like all the millions of others in the world that had a really shitty day and that had horrible things happen to them. But you can create how you react to that, okay? You can tell yourself, I am not depressed. I am expanding. I am not depressed. I am expanding. I am becoming wiser, more knowledgeable. I am learning to forgive not only myself, but others. I'm learning to forgive in situations and not react the same way that I used to. And that's difficult. It's difficult to let go of everything that we were conditioned to use. I've got a question for everybody, okay? I've got a serious question for you. Do you guys still have the very first cell phone that you have ever started using? Do you? And I mean, is it in service and you utilize it every single day? It is your phone, right? You don't even have a landline anymore. It's become your norm, right? I'm wrong. You don't. You've upgraded. So why don't you upgrade from those old conditions that you have been taught as a child? Those conditions that teach you and tell you you're depressed. Take these pills. You have anxiety. Take this. You have this. You are this. You are a label. You are a consumer. You are somebody I can make money off of. But you're not. You're not. You're so much more than that. Your soul, and your soul is depressed because that's the only thing it's been told. That's the only thing that it knows. But it's not the truth. It's not the truth. Another thing I wanted to talk about, because one of my triggers was that, okay, everybody's all into the show, the OA, right? Great show. But now everybody thinks that they're they know everything. They're all knowing. And, hello, beautiful. And, it's not like that. It is, but it's not, okay? And I'm going to teach you guys. Near-death experiences are not just near-death experiences. They are not just done through dying, They are done through ego death. They're done through astral projection. That is considered a near-death experience. Your soul leaves your body. And for many of you guys that don't know or don't read my blogs, which is fine, I had committed suicide at 17 years old. And I woke up in the hospital next to my mother. And I honestly don't remember any negativity from the experience at all. I don't remember anything negative. I just remember feeling at peace. And I knew that everything was gonna be okay. And then it wasn't, you guys. I was surprised, like, it wasn't. My life continued to be shit. Do you know why? Because I came back and I continued to pull the same shit that I did. I continued to tell myself the same stories that I originally told myself before. I continued to follow the same conditions that were no longer in correspondence with my upgraded system. You know, with my upgraded self, my upgraded being, my upgraded way of being, thinking, and doing. Sorry I look so ratchet. I don't really care. I just wanted to come out here. We're all kind of just chilling today. It's kind of cloudy, rainy, but it's beautiful. The birds are out. The sun is peeking through, and it has those gorgeous rays that, like, slice through the clouds. And there's just a lot of beauty going on. So that's why I felt obligated to turn my Facebook on and start talking, okay? We are not anxious. We are just very, very, very self-aware, and we are in our head, and we are uncomfortable. That, you know, we call anxiety, but you can overcome it by balancing yourself out, by aligning yourself with what is true to you. And the reason that you feel anxious, the reason that you feel like you resonate with depression, is because you are not aligned to where you are supposed to be. And that's the hardest thing to admit to ourselves, because we want to tell ourselves, what the fuck are you talking about? You're not even the same person you were last week, Carissa. Yeah, I know, and I'm constantly hiking up this mountain. But you see what the problem is? The problem with society is they think that there's a mountain top. They think that there's a peak, and then they go up there and they take this selfie and they tell everybody about their achievements because they're proud, and they have every fucking right to. They deserve everything. I want to see that selfie. I want to like that selfie. I want to support that selfie. But what I don't want is to see that be your declining moment, okay? Because that's often what happens. A lot of us decline instead of looking above you and realizing that there's a rope or a ladder, and you can climb up that into a helicopter and take yourself to an even higher perspective. The only person that puts themselves within limitation is ones that are still conditioned to believe that there is limitation. We develop most of our conditioning by age 2, by things that we see, by observing. And that's why in this Aries season it is very important not to leap, but to observe and surrender, and then move forward. And that way, exactly, Robin, very much true. Wow, beautiful. I just want to see the rest of you comment. You are beautiful too. Thank you guys. I apologize for disappearing. I did need the time to myself and to really think and feel, observe this energy that was going on around me, because that's what we do wrong. We don't observe. And when we don't observe the energy going on around you, you're not going to be able to understand the reasoning that you react a certain way, the reasoning that you were triggered. You know, now I can see things, and I've been coming to a little, I know somebody just said, she keeps saying this, and that's fine. You can believe what you want, but I'm a student of life, and we are constantly evolving. Jesus Christ never stopped evolving. Buddha never stopped evolving. Nobody stops evolving. That's a limitation belief. And it takes days, it takes weeks, it takes months, it takes routine, it takes reconditioning yourselves. It takes a while to get yourself from one way of being, thinking, and doing, and truly embodying another way of being, thinking, and doing. It shifts everything. You guys, if you knew me even 2 years ago, you do not know me anymore, especially if we have not been talking every single day. If you knew me 6 months ago, you don't know me anymore. I am consistently evolving and changing and integrating and learning and looking at things from a higher perspective. And I realized that is not depression, that is not anxiety, that's not isolation either. That is connecting to what already is. That is connecting to the oneness that we are all a part of. I have never been alone. And even when I isolated myself from social media, although everybody gets concerned because we're more conditioned to putting everything online and allowing everybody to know every aspect of what we're going through, because we feel the need to explain ourselves. We feel the need to give these entitlements out to people, and it's like donating little parts of our energy. Do you want to spend your energy that way? Because I know that I personally don't. I can explain what's going on through me through making the difference. People are going to see it. Whether they want to believe it today or not, that's okay. They're going to see it regardless. And their opinion only shows their limited thinking. It doesn't show your expansion. Okay? You need to pay attention to only your expansion, not the limitations going on around you. The reason that you're feeling so limited, so like you're feeling like you need to isolate yourself, is because you're feeling attacked. You're feeling like these judgments are being placed upon you, but they're not. They're being placed towards you. They're being projected onto you. But they have nothing to do with who you are. They have nothing to do with your journey, your evolvement in life. So just make sure that, during this season, you step back, you observe, you reevaluate, and then you make decisions. Okay, we do have Jupiter going into retrograde, and this is a time of expansion. This is a time of truly taking action, but action from the back seat. You don't always need to take the wheel. Sometimes you can allow faith to steer for you. You can allow your destiny, you could surrender to the journey and just look out that window. How many of you guys have taken a back seat and just surrendered? Look out that window. When you're on a road trip and you just look out the window and you get that like doughy-eyed because your soul is just off. Imagining, envisioning, creating. And Aries is definitely a very fiery, creative energy. So with this Aries new moon last night, we want to jump, we want to create, but the other aspects in the universe, which is important to pay attention to absolutely everything, the self-awareness of everything, is that they're asking you to observe and to go within, because you are literally going to dictate the way that the next 15, 20 years of your life is going to be. It's very important. Okay, so if you want to see the change, be the change, implement it, embody it, and don't be afraid of how it feels as you release and let go of all of these old beliefs. A lot of people are realizing that they're miserable. Their jobs make them depressed. They're not happy with work. They're not happy with the amount of money they make. And the reason being is because you're not meant to work 9 to 5. You're not meant to slave. You're not meant to have all these taxes and money and stuff stolen from your checks, and that's why you feel so unhappy. So the way that you can recondition yourself is by believing in yourself and getting out there and doing what you actually want to do. Change your job. If you don't like that job, go work a different place. Maybe you like the 9 to 5 routine. Maybe you like that structure. Maybe you are a firm believer that you are requiring that structure. Hello, princess. I'm working. Hi. I love you.
Love you.
We're not going to jump on the trampoline because I'm sitting on it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Love you.
No, I was totally distracted, you guys, and I was on a cruise there.
This is cold.
What was I saying? I apologize. Yeah, thank you, Tanya, for watching. I apologize. Sorry, I just totally had a blank moment just because, my children, my feet have like officially gone numb, so I'm just changing myself. But okay, so the work thing. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Somebody, whoever told me just now, thank you. We are told that we're meant to work a 9 to 5, and some people like that routine, some people don't. If you feel like that's not for you, there's a reason to it, and you should probably work on yourself and believe in yourself and change these conditions that you've been set to believe. We're told that we need this, we need that, you have to be accepted with this. Oh, you can't go live on the internet. You can't go on YouTube with no makeup, with your hair looking crazy. You can't do this, you can't do that. And everybody puts these limitations on you, but you are not limitation, and that's what your soul is trying to tell you. You are expansion, and you are an ever-evolving student. You chose to be here. You chose to come and learn. And some of us were chosen to teach and share, and those of us that were chosen to teach and share tend to experience things on a lot more intense level, because we are transmuting for the highest good of everybody. We are taking on everybody's energy, and when I say we, I mean all the empaths, I mean all the light workers, I mean all you light leaders. Absolutely all of us, okay? And during this time, we are all truly stepping into our power in a way that we hadn't before. And when we step into this power in a way that we haven't before, it causes all of these lower vibrational energies to attack us, to come in our comments and tell us how crazy we are. Tell us how wrong we are. Tell us how limited their beliefs are, how stuck in old conditioning they still are, and how much more praying and fighting we have to do, because they're important too. But we do not allow them to get to us, okay? And over time, it really does get to us. I've noticed that a lot of us light leaders have been very self-aware, very, very intuitively peaked, very, very telepathically connected. I know I've had many conversations with many people that I don't talk to, and I've been, the lucid dreams and the portals that have been going on, everything collectively. It's just made me realize how beautiful it is to truly expand and to truly embody everything that's going on. So I hope that and pray that none of you guys give up, especially not today, and especially not tomorrow or a week or two from now, because we need you and everybody else needs you, and you are not depressed, and you are not anxious, and you are not crazy. You're expanding, and you're a beautiful, beautiful soul trying to find your purpose in this world and in this life. You're trying to make understanding of everything, and that's so difficult. It's so difficult. It makes me want to cry, because I feel the pain of needing to have answers as humans, as these 3D tiny small selves we compact ourselves to be. Okay, we're huge, you guys. We are the universe. We are this matter and we can become whatever we want to be. You are malleable. You are so malleable, and you can shape and transform into whatever you want to become. All you have to do is work towards it. Become self-aware, truly honor everything that you're feeling, Mommy, thinking, and doing. Yes, baby. Oh, you want to jump on the trampoline? Yeah. Oh, that's good timing. So, I just wanted to come live right now and say this later today, because I am going to allow, it was my 3-year-old's birthday yesterday, so I'm not just caving into my child, you guys, but we just, we just did cake and simple stuff. So we're gonna have a jumping kid and a Spider-Man onesie pajama because we're super lazy. I'm still like in leggings and stuff.
I don't know, getting water.
Oh, good job. Good. Lots of water. So now we're gonna drink water too. Tanya, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. Thank you, Victoria. I love you, baby. Victoria is one of my soul sisters that lives in another state. Everybody I love so deeply lives so far from me. I just want to hop in like this hippie bus and drive around to everybody for the summer. So I don't know if anybody wants to donate like 10K. Pretty sure I could do this. I just have to make sure my bills at home stay paid. So, but I really want to go travel. I just want to experience differently. I'm ready to live differently and create the change that I want to see. And I'm ready to honor this expansion that I'm going through. And I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you guys stop telling yourselves old stories that you're depressed. Stop resonating with that because you're sad for a moment. You're sad in that moment, and that's okay. You're human and you're allowed to feel and process and understand, but that moment does not determine the rest of your life and who you're meant to become. And even if that moment was losing a loved one, I can promise you that that loved one did not want you to give up just because they passed away, because they never left, and you can always connect to them. They're here with you. You can pray, you can talk, you can dream, you can astral project, and you can use mirrors, you can use crystals, you can use whatever you want. Birds, oh my gosh, crows are from the astral realm. You know, they let you know that spirits are with you. Birds are messengers. You know, pay attention to everything. Do you communicate through music? You know, if you communicate through music, listen to these lyrics that are coming up on the radio. What are they telling you? How do they resonate with your situation in life? Sorry, I'm being bounced around. But I taught him how to crack an egg open on the trampoline yesterday. I was the egg. So he's kind of embodying that right now. But just, you know, acknowledge everything. Everything is a sign and everything is a synchronization. And the reason that in my last live video I called it a cosmic orgasm is because that's exactly what it is. It is meant just for you. Okay, and it's meant to make you happy. It's meant to let you know that you are not alone and you've never been alone. Okay, so pray, meditate, connect with your higher self, and jump on a trampoline, walk around your barefoot. Walk around your backyard barefoot. Get your toes muddy. Bring the dirt into the house. Clean your home up. Open the windows. Light some incense. Sage. Water your plants. Talk to your plants. Place some binaural beads. Get down with your plants. Ground your energy. This is a very important time to ground your energy. You want to be calm. You want to be peaceful. You want to be relaxed. And I don't know what it is because I keep wanting to cry because I'm just like so serene. And happy people cry too. So I'm one of those like weirdos that I literally can just cry happy tears because I just feel like happy. I feel at peace and I'm okay with where I'm at. I know where I'm going, where I want to go. I know who I'm meant to become. My child stripped down. I'm trying to keep a straight face, you guys. Mom's working. He knows. He's like, I don't give any shit if Mom's working. I'm sorry. No, she's on the trampoline with us. Why are you naked, baby? Can you go put clothes on? Why'd you take your clothes off? Don't you dare take underwear off. Nope. Nope. Come on. Go inside.
Okay.
Thank you. We almost had our underwear off too. So, Spidey Jammies, Sonic underwear, you already know. Bunch of superheroes up in this household, okay? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like so embarrassed. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I'm like inhaling my hair. Don't choke. Okay. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. You guys are expanding. Your knowledge is deepening. You're reawakening to who you truly are, to the lives that you've already lived, if you believe in that. And this energy is just thebomb.com. So don't leap, observe, reevaluate, connect, and make things, you're not just 100% sure about it. And I don't mean the spontaneous, like, yes, spend $500 on those shoes. No, I'm talking about, and yes, that absolutely matters as well. Pay attention to, your finances during this time. Pay attention to what you're spending your money on. Pay attention to the drama that you cause with people or your work or crimes that you commit, especially with Jupiter going retrograde all summer. That has a lot to do with the activities that the way that we interact with a lot of other people too. So during the summertime, keep in mind to be very self-aware and to observe before you just spit something out. Think about it. Think about the impact that your words have on this universe. And only align yourself and only say and only speak of what truly matters, which is your truth and what you want. Doesn't matter what anybody else places on you. And now I'm repeating myself. I feel really inclined to draw one card, so. Okay, they said I have time for one card for each. So we're going to do a healing card for my shamanic healing deck. I did bring decks outside, but I've got to charge my phone. That's the issue. So I'm not going to go live with a reading right now, but just to kind of collectively pick up on the energy. And just to let everybody know, when I channel, the only people I channel are my highest self, one of my ancestors that can connect to, the Akashic Records, or I channel Isis, because she is the goddess of love and fertility. But anyways, I just have a very deep connection with that. Okay, masculine energy, creation. This is absolutely an Aries energy during this time. So they do want us to balance out our masculine energy with self-love. And that's by not placing these self-imposed judgments. That's by balancing our feminine and our masculine. Do you see the moon and the sun on this card? It's a balance within our feminine and our masculine. But our masculine energy is standing out right now because now is the time to take action. And that action is action taken within. It's not leaping without, it's action within yourselves, okay? Who are you becoming? Get to know yourself a little bit. You're new. You don't know this version of you. And that's why you've been so uncomfortable, so afraid. There goes my cat booking it across the yard. Sorry, I just am so in love with life. But this masculine energy, this beautiful sun beaming at my face right now, you guys, communicate effectively and efficiently, and make sure your communication is for the highest good of everybody involved. If it is not, if it is out of selfish gain, if it is out of manipulation, and a lot of times, I keep saying this, become self-aware, because a lot of times our lack of self-awareness keeps us stuck in these patterns. They keep us stuck in these old conditionings. And then you're like an 99-year-old getting an iPhone X for the first time. You're not going to know how to do it. You're going to forget your email password. You're going to be like, wait, thumbprint, what's this? I don't want them to have my thumbprint. They're going to steal my identity. You think of old things, old ways of thinking, being, and doing, but having it in something new. And that's you. You are that something new. You are the newest version of you, and everything that you've learned growing up, unfortunately, doesn't fit you anymore. So it's up to you to let it go or not. I can't tell you that you're not depressed. If you choose to resonate with that, then that's fine. But I'm here to tell you that I know the truth. And the truth is, you are not depressed. You are expanding. Okay? So embrace this masculine energy. Embrace this heart and this free-flowing energy. Discernment and observe, just like I said, discernment. Observe the duality in the black and the white. And then here, I want to say that this is a crow. It's a blackbird. So I'm going to say a crow. And I have been telling you there's been crows with us since the very beginning of this video. So there's also my dog rolling in the back. Happy dog. Happy to be home. So, yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and do one more, please, Spirit, from this deck, and then we'll just do one postcard. One more. What else do we need to know during this time, during this energy? Make sure you guys set your intentions, okay? Even though I didn't do anything, but which was absolutely everything last night, it's all I needed to do. Tonight, I will be, setting my intentions, writing it in my journal, and taking my bath, So just know that even though you can't get things done all on one night, you can always do it the night after. The new moon, full moon energies that are important to us are 3 days before, 3 days after. So there's really no rush. If you're feeling tired, honor that. Go to sleep. Don't force yourself to do something that's, it's against yourself, okay? And then we've got the teaching card, and the teaching card is in reverse here. And what I'm getting from that is you have to go back to your roots. That's everything that I said. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, guys. I'm going to come up close and personal. It's everything that I said. You have to go back to your roots, to everything that used to condition you, right? And how it integrated into your life, how it built this tree that you are. And now your tree's knocked over, and you're realizing that all of this is not this anymore. It doesn't make this healthy anymore. It doesn't make you healthy anymore. And so you're learning, and through you're being taught through expansion, through self-awareness. You're being taught through your dreams. So very, very cool. And it's on card number 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is all about changes, integrating these changes, creating these changes, taking action. 5 is the number of action. But like I said, interaction. It's an emotional action. So honor that, okay? So that's from my Shamanic Healing Oracle deck, just for those of you guys that always like to know what cards I kind of use. I know I don't use these very often. I literally have like 100 decks. So I can't use all my cards all the time. But we'll use my postcard from Spirit, and then I will go live later today and do an actual zodiac reading for everybody. And kind of let you guys know individually where we're at. I would like to keep it spiritual, but what comes up, comes up. It's all good. Some of you guys are not interested in that, but I'm also going to come live and talk about soulmates and twin flames here. I've been really inclined to talk about that. Lately, I've noticed a lot of the energy is, we'll talk about it later. That's a whole nother video. But all right, Spirit, what do we need to know to close out today's video? Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for all of your divine guidance and clarity and helping me get back on track with my thinking and my words. Thank you. What do we need to know? Thank you. All right, it says, dearest you, there's only one you, and you have a unique path and a very special purpose. You are supposed to have a specific experience in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how to live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. And don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is a lot happier inside just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't always know anybody's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past and see how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you, because that's how you become successful and find happiness. What you have Want what you have now, not what somebody else has. We love you immensely, and we know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and ever. So I think that's beautiful, okay? Absolutely beautiful. It says everything that I've said this entire video. And you know who's on the back? Me. Well, okay, not really, not just me, but the dragon. You know, a dragon represents protection and guidance, divine protection, though. Think about the damsel in distress in the tower, right? In fables and fantasies. It's that energy of the dragon, you know. People are going to come and try to slay the dragon because they think that you need rescuing, but the only person that needs rescuing is you rescuing yourself. And that dragon is there just to protect you until you can do so, until you find out how, until you realize your potential. So get out there, go within, get outside. It's beautiful. If you guys live in Utah, get outside. It is beautiful. I definitely am about to take off my sweatshirt, get some yoga in because I feel like I could sweat, and get some sunshine on my butt, you know. Ground that root chakra. So anyways, I love you guys all. I'll see you guys later. I'm happy to be back. I definitely won't be posting on social media like I used to, but I will be doing my readings and everything still, okay? So thank you guys all for joining me today. I love you so much. Sat Nam, and have a beautiful day. Until later.